barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. It's going down June 29th, dog. 100 black men strong. It's going to be a beautiful event. Feel free to bring your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your brown paper bag cousin, your brown paper bag grand cousin, because it's going down. Like someone told me, it's going down like bricks in the ocean. So keep on sending them to me, y'all. Keep on sending them to me. So you guys know I've been around Shawn Porter quite some time, and I know Errol Spence is going to get much of the fanfare moving into the fight, obviously, just because of who Errol Spence is and because of the stance that Shawn Porter has taken. And it wasn't the most popular stance, calling another man jealous. We all know that, right? But the words jealous, don't throw punches. Errol Spence saying he can't wait, don't throw the punches. And what I want to say is this. This is Shawn Porter's life's work. I was just watching a fight interview of him at the Nevada Hall of Fame. Shawn Porter life has been elevated with this belt, right? And what I mean by elevated with the belt is he's recognized in boxing circles. He's not the most popular fighter, but within the boxing circles, the Nevada Hall of Fame, he goes to many WBC events. I'm sure he was just at the WBC convention, if I'm not mistaken. And when you believe you own something, you don't want to let it go. You don't have fear, but you're going to give everything that you possibly can not to let it happen. And I was listening to him talk. He said, you're going to see everything. You're going to see Mike Tyson. You're going to see Leonard, everyone, right? And not that, and he even mentioned Southpaw Shawn, the reporter said that. And not that he can do all those things, but you know how he's preparing. He said, without a doubt, you will see 100% Shawn Porter. And I would say it's definitely slanted towards a massacre or an outright domination in terms of Errol Spence. And I'm not the one to say that. I've seen Shawn Porter prepare. I know how hard he prepares. And I'm only giving you guys the truth. I'm not saying this from like like I'm trying to shift the gears, but I because I believe I know Errol Spence. I've grown to know him, and I've grown to know Shawn Porter. I know their temperaments, right? I know how they prepare. I know how they're going to get ready for a fight. Shawn Porter is going to work out, go swimming, work out some more, spar, eat right, lift his weights. I'm not sure if he's doing strength and conditioning with Coach Wade. I'm uncertain of that. I haven't spoken to the camp in God knows how long, but I know how he's going to prepare, and preparation prepares you for success, right? It's like me, right? I started with no subs. I've never done a collaboration. I've never reached out and say, hey, would you mind shouting me out on your YouTube channel? I've never begged for an interview with no other outlet. I've done it myself. And when you own something like this YouTube channel, like Shawn Porter owns that WBC belt, he's not willing to let it go. And I don't know what the feeling feels like when you're in the moment. You have to present your life's work for a greater reward. Shawn Porter is in a position where this is his life's work. If Shawn Porter loses this fight, there's a layer of his identity that goes with it. He won't get the invites anymore. He won't be the world champion. Errol Spence is gonna go on this world tour, per se. I'm being a bit, but he's gonna get all the fanfare, and Shawn Porter is gonna go back and be a father to his family, and there's a level of masculinity that goes with being respected. I'm a man, so I get it. There's a level of pride that I have from building a subscriber base with 0 subs. I was my first sub because I wanted to see if it worked. You know what I'm saying? To knowing I'm going to have 100 black men June 29th, this Saturday in Pearl, Texas, a place I've never ever been in my life. I know I'm going to have 100 black men there. Just like Shawn Porter knows the benefits of hard work, dedication, hard work plus patience, right? And I'm telling you guys, I'm not saying it's not going to be an easy fight, hard fight. Shawn Porter's going to prepare to win this fight. No doubt in my mind. Obviously anything can happen, but when you prepare, things are more likely to go based off of your preparation. You know, those of you are, many of us, obviously, there's a similarity between a Kell Brook fight and and Errol Spence. But it's like driving a car in another country. Um, that power hand is coming from a different slot. You're driving on the wrong side of the road, on the opposite side of the road. So remember, Shawn was running into those punches because that was the organic movement, right? His organic movement will be away from Errol Spence's left hand, so the outcome may be a little bit different. Now, I'm first to tell you, Errol Spence got. I'm gonna say arguably because I don't want to disagree with anyone. Arguably, he has the best right foot in boxing. Like you guys got to watch him like intently, and when you watch his fight, people think he's just flat footed. Errol Spence ain't flat footed. If you watch the Mikey Garcia fight, how he rolled and pivoted and caught and countered. Oh man, to me, I was like, my gosh, damn, he made Mikey Garcia look amateurish. And Mikey Garcia is a top 5 pound for pound fighter. If he stays at 147, you got to kick him out the top 5 pound for pound list because that's where he stays. But right now, he's a pound for pound fighter, especially if he goes down to 140. You know, um, but Shawn Porter's coming to work. He's gonna bring his lunch pail. He's gonna bring um, the day he decided to do boxing full time. He's gonna take those. He was an alternate for the Olympics, I believe. He's gonna take all that training. He's gonna take all the runs he's had, all the weights he's lifted, all the laps he swam, all the all that is going into the ring with him in September. I've never had that moment in my life. I've never been maybe in my early 20s, but I've never been in a position where um, I've made some decisions in life that has hurt me and helped me, but it's on full display for the world to see. If Shawn Porter loses this fight, he's the think about this for a second. Andre Berto becomes more popular than Shawn Porter. Think about that for a second, right? He has more value. And I'm not saying it from a malicious perspective, but you got to understand popularity. Andre Berto is very active on social media. Andre Berto is a boxer as well as a quote unquote social person. Shawn Porter has value because the belt. He's earned the belt. People say it was a vacant title. Yes, blame it on Keith Thurman. That's Keith Thurman's fault because I believe Shawn Porter or Danny Garcia would have gotten that fight if he hadn't quote unquote gotten injured. So I can't say that. So we only can do what we deal with. Yes, would you rather a fighter beat another opponent to get the belt? 1,000%. Absolutely. So this is gonna be fun, y'all. This is gonna be fun. All right. I don't think I'll be interviewing the Porters as it relates to this fight, but I have a great sense of how they're gonna prepare. I know uh, uh, the structure of their camp, what they're gonna do. to the point of what he's going to eat. I've seen what he eat on a daily regimen. I've seen his focus. I haven't seen him traveling with his Fox shows and stuff like that, so I don't know how that's changing. I saw him June 1st. He looked about 18 pounds over 147, somewhere in there. I could be wrong, but it's a good 18 pounds. It's not a flabby, soft, I'm out of shape 18 pounds. 18 to 22 pounds he looked away from. And he's probably sparring at probably 163 to 168, somewhere in there, pre and post workout. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just guesstimating. Um, this is going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. And I know by my coverage moving forward, this is going to be um, uh, definitely Errol Spence is easier to talk about because he's going to be more active on social media and as it relates to boxing, and he's definitely the fan favorite. He's the public's favorite. I would say he's the betting public's favorite, you know. But when I say I'm excited for this fight, I am excited for this fight, man. I don't give a fuck. No one can convince me that Shawn Porter is not coming into this fight prepared. He will be as prepared as a man can be. Um, uh, will he add pieces to a camp? I don't know this. I don't know. Um, but I'm telling you what I know, and I think because of my experiences with Spence from on the outside level, right, and me dealing with Shawn on an intimate level, I can kind of gauge where they're at in terms of their mindset. Shawn will not take, Shawn himself will not take a moment off mentally preparing for this fight. He won't. No way, no how. I've seen it. And he's brash now. He's more brash, I would say. He's speaking out. He has an audience now. He has a platform, I would say, and on the Fox show. And I'm interested to hear what Abner has to say about this fight. I'm really interested to see them go at it as it relates, because I know Abner will pick Errol Spence to win the fight. I mean, come on, man. He want the fight. Him wanting to fight Tank Davis knows that he's going to pick Errol Spence, yet knowing he being Abner and Shawn Porter will be very prepared for this fight. So I know some nuances. As we get closer to the fight, I'm gonna break one nuance down at a time. Because it's fun to me. It's really, I'll break down Shawn Porter's right hand. I'll break down Errol Spence's left hand. Who has the better jab? You're gonna be surprised who's gonna say who has the better jab. I'm not giving it away, but y'all gonna see. This is um, there's some key factors in this fight. I'll say. I'll just give you guys two off the top of my head, which is gonna play a huge factor in this fight. Will Errol Spence be lazy with his jab? Leave it out there too long? And two, Shawn Porter's scar tissue around his eyebrow area. Remember, I told you. I'm going to break this fight down because we don't. We're pretty clear in terms of big fights, right? We're going to have fights along the way, but this is the fight, and then we got Deontay Wilder and Ortiz, right? So it's going to be fun. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. This fight is fun for me. This fight is real, real fun. So, anywho, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget June 29th in Pearl, in Texas. 100 black men will be there. And if you have any doubt of whether you should or shouldn't believe in yourself, 3 years ago, this YouTube channel started with one subscriber, and that subscriber being myself. All right. And now, 3 years later, with the LDBC, there will be 100 black men in Pearl, in Texas. Guaranteed, no doubt about it. I'm holding everybody accountable. If you are within a 100 to 200 mile radius of Pearl, in Texas, I expect to see you there. I'm not going for Fred. I want to meet you. I want this, but I'm not. I'm holding everyone accountable, just like y'all hold me accountable to ask the questions that y'all thinking when y'all sitting on that couch. I expect if you're within 200 miles of Pearl in Texas, I expect you to be there, and I expect you to bring your son. If you don't have a son, I expect you to bring your nephew. All right. Or if you're a son, I expect you to inspire your uncle, your father, your best friend, your mentor, your godfather to show up with you. I don't expect no one to show up by themselves. If you have to show up by yourself, come by yourself. All right. But we're going to fellowship. We're going to love each other. And always know that the LDBC started 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, right? 2 years ago. My channel started a year before that. Maybe 2 years, but I wasn't serious about it. Right? Technically, it's probably been 4 years, but I wasn't uploading videos. I was still working for the newspaper at the same time. So I had, I had other obligations, fight night. So I really couldn't run around and do the interviews. But now this is barbershop conversations, and no other media outlet can do this. ESPN can't get 100 black men to show up. No, I'm telling you, Fox can't get 100 black men to show up on their merit. Not giving away free stuff. Not coming to meet. Ain't no one famous that everyone's coming in. We're coming to fellowship because we love each other. Remember, we're spiritual beings moonlighting as human beings. Don't forget that. Ain't no like with guest appearances by Errol, Spence, Shawn, Porter, Deontay Wilder. I want them to come. Don't get me wrong. I want the motherfuckers to come. But that's not on the flyer. The flyer is we're giving back through the city of Houston because we all love boxing. And boxing is the candy, you know what I mean? And building the community is the medicine and holding people accountable. So there you have it. If you're within 200 miles of Pearl in Texas, you can get in your car and drive. That means it takes you one full tank of gas to go to and fro. Not unless you have a Hummer. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I can't wait to meet y'all. And it's going to be fun. So believe in yourself. Always bet on yourself. And when you're having those low moments, this is a great example of to believe in yourself. A place I've never been, along with the LDBC, side by side. No one's bigger or better than the other. We put our forces together. And we're going to have 100 black men there. Period. Strong black men committed to get their ass kicked in dominoes, committed to getting their ass kicked in spades by me. All right, and we just have a great time, man. So I love y'all. Feel free to contact me, fhaw17@gmail.com, or hit my DM at SILENTHEROS. All right, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.